Hey, it's Divakovsky, and this is another news from the HoloISO. And now it's time for unsupported GPUs. That is GTX 650, which is at its end of life. The latest driver for this thing is 470 DKMS. It doesn't have standalone drivers from NVIDIA. And because of that, it doesn't support GameScope, it doesn't support Vulkan DMI booth extensions, it doesn't support atomic kernel mode setting, and it doesn't support atomic DRM setting, which means it cannot expose all of its outputs to GameScope. And this is the Steam Deck UI, but here's the catch. It's running inside ancient SteamOS 2, I think it's codenamed Clockwork, compositor, which is running inside SteamOS 3, and it's running on X11, which is great for this thing. So echo xdg session type, and you see it's X11. Now if I type neofetch, as you can see, here's my GPU, here's my RAM usage, and here it is Steam Comp MGR, which is the SteamOS compositor rather than GameScope, which is code right now. And as you can see, it's running on the Steam Deck kernel too. Thanks to DKMS, I can compile just the kernel modules for the GPU driver and then run it around. So 1 out of 10 times it works perfectly. Like you boot into session, you open the game and it loads up. But rest of the times, UI stays on top. Like, let me just run, let's say Ultrakill, which is a DXVK rendered game. And sometimes it works as it would on a GameScope, exposing all the outputs and screen resolution. But it doesn't expose the refresh rate, of course, because, well, who would have thought in 2015 somebody would use a 120 Hz screen? So from this point, unlike in GameScope, I can't access the Steam overlays and performance overlay because there's no way to draw it around. But let's say I want to run an official Steam game, it will just minimize the Steam client and then show me the game. But that happened not always has. So let me just show you by killing the SteamOS session. So pkill f SteamOS session, and then I'm gonna relog in just to show you that it's actually like this. Here's like try number 2 out of 10. And as you can see, it requires Alt and Enter in order to maximize onto its screen resolution. But when I do that, so let me run this game real quick. It appears, but sometimes it will get stuck on this spinner kind of thingy. Like this one, and it's stuck right now. What I can do from here is, like, let's say wrap around an open box session. And of course, the application I just run is running in background. However, it can't be rendered because, well, compositor doesn't know what to do with this thing. So the X11 support in theory is possible, but it requires a separate compositor which maximizes every new window opened up first. And that will be pretty hard, but you know, it's possible. So I might think of retrofitting the old SteamOS compositor to use with this thing. So later on, guys.